Today I'll share with you the pros and cons of living in Sainte-Dorothée, Laval, Quebec. The first pro, proximity to Montreal. When you live in Sainte-Dorothée, you're in the southwest part of Laval, which is really close to Montreal. In other words, you're close to everything that Montreal has to offer in terms of the art, job market, education, which is really, really great. And Sainte-Dorothée is also strategically positioned in terms of the different neighborhoods of Montreal that are in the western part, such as Dorval, Pierrefonds, Roxborough, Ville Saint-Laurent, and all the West Islands. So if you have friends over there, if your kids go to school over there, if you work there, it's gonna be really well positioned so that you can hop on the highway and go straight to your job in the morning. The first con, traffic. You live in Sainte-Dorothée, but still you'll get some traffic, specifically in the morning and at night. That's part of the game. Whether you live in the eastern part of Laval, western part of Laval, center part of Laval, you'll hit some traffic. And if you live in the western part of Sainte-Dorothée, well, on top of having the traffic on Highway 13, which is the major highway in Sainte-Dorothée, you'll hit the traffic coming on the secondary road to access the Highway 13. That's gonna add some traffic to your commuting time. The next pro is the peaceful environment. When you live in Sainte-Dorothée, you got this sense of security. It's really peaceful, it's quiet, it's the perfect place. It's a nice neighborhood for a family, even people that live by themselves. It's really nice. To me, it's like the countryside in Laval. You go there, there's not as much noise. It makes me feel really calm, and I've loved it since I was a kid. And what I like the most, during summertime, I go with my mom, my dad, and my girlfriend. We go on a nice stroll in the older part of Sainte-Dorothée, and we go have a nice dinner at the restaurant Le Mitoyen, which is a really exquisite place, dining place in Le Mitoyen, and I'm pretty sure you would love it too, the old Sainte-Dorothée. But the con that goes with it is the fact that it has limited nightlife. If you want to have action in terms of entertainment, there's almost nothing to do except taking your car and driving to Chambly, where you have the action, or in downtown Montreal. The next pro is the commuter train. You got a train station in Sainte-Dorothée. It's often closed for repairs, but when it's open, you'll happily love the fact that you'll hop on the train and go straight to downtown Montreal, and it's gonna take you some time, but less time than if you had to take your car and drive through traffic. But the commute time is the con that goes with it, because if you live in Sainte-Dorothée, you hop on Highway 13, if you have to go downtown or in the eastern part of Montreal, you'll realize that you have a lot of commute time. And even if you use the public transportation, you take your car, you park your car at the train, then you take the train, go to downtown, then from downtown you walk to your job or you take a bus. It's still gonna take maybe an hour to an hour and 15, depending. It could take more, it could slightly less, but still, you gotta keep in mind, you have some commute time to go to work or school for sure. The next pro, the housing variety. In Sainte-Dorothée, you got a bunch of different options in terms of properties. You could buy a condo, an upscale condo. You could buy a semi-detached house, a detached house, a cottage, a bungalow, and it's different price range. You got upscale properties as well. This is probably where you have the most amount of upscale properties. So this is really great because you have everything that you might need, different price range for different tastes. So this is really great. But the cost of living, that's our next con, is slightly high because of the real estate prices. If you want to buy, for instance, a bungalow in the western part of Sainte-Dorothée, sitting on a larger piece of land, because in the western part of Sainte-Dorothée, you got larger piece of land because they're older properties. You would pay maybe between $580 to $650 for a bungalow. Well, if you buy a cottage, semi-detached or detached, close to Highway 13 in the eastern part of Sainte-Dorothée, well, you could pay between $700 to $750 for a detached cottage, 2-story level house with a garage. If you buy a upscale property, prestigious property, you could buy a property with 1.4 to 3 million. That's really pricey, but at least you got some options in the upscale market. All this to say that in Sainte-Dorothée, it's kind of pricey when you buy a property. You gotta realize that if you live there, you're close to Montreal, the closer you are to Montreal, usually you pay more because it's really convenient. You gotta keep in mind that you'll pay quite a bit of money for a property. Our next pro, shopping and amenities. In Sainte-Dorothée, you got a lot of shopping malls, all the different stores you can think of. They're located in Sainte-Dorothée. Even myself, I live in Sainte-Rose, and I take my car, drive 20 minutes to Sainte-Dorothée because I got so many options. Everybody likes to go to Sainte-Dorothée for all the different stores, whether it's a place to buy a Christmas gifts or anything for the kids, for sports, all the different grocery stores. You got the whole 9 yards in front of you. The con that goes with it, the local congestion around this whole shopping area. A lot of people will go from different neighborhoods, shop in Sainte-Dorothée, but the side effect is that you'll have a lot of local congestion, especially like for instance, Saturday night, Sunday night, 5 o'clock when the stores close. Might take you like 15 minutes just to hit the highway because it's jam-packed. But you know, still, it's just a minor side effect. Our next pro, waterfront. Well, you're located in the southwest of Laval, and you got a beautiful river, and you got some waterfront properties, condos, and houses that have the chance to have this waterfront property. You can go play sports, nautical sports, and nice also green areas next to the water just to go read a book and just exercise, do some yoga, really nice. But the con that goes with it is the risk of flooding, because every March, April, when the snow starts to melt, there's different parts of Sainte-Dorothée close to the water that have this kind of problem, and it's really sad for the people that live there, but that's part of the game when you live so close to the river. Our next pro, the green spaces. That's what I like the most about Sainte-Dorothée. Whether you go play golf, you play golf at the Cardinal Golf, which I like a lot, or you're invited at the really prestigious Laval sur le Lac Golf or Ilsmere Golf, it's green. And Sainte-Dorothée as a whole, it used to be a lot of agricultural industry over there. There's still some, but you really have this sense of peacefulness. It's green. You got this nice forest, the Boisé, the Sainte-Dorothée, which I go during winter time. It's really nice place to go just walk in nature, really nice. So this is probably one of the nicest thing I like about Sainte-Dorothée. The con that goes with this is the real estate development. Some builders are, realizing there's lots of green area in Sainte-Dorothée, so they're slowly building on those green areas, so you have less and less green areas in Sainte-Dorothée. And not only that, since they're building, the road infrastructure cannot support the amount of people that are buying new homes, so eventually the city will have to build road infrastructure to reduce the traffic in the western part while builders are building on those green areas. So if you're looking to buy or sell a property in Sainte-Dorothée or any other area, shoot us an email, call us, and with my team, we'll schedule a Zoom call or a face-to-face meeting so that we can guide you from A to Z so that you can buy the right property or sell your property at the highest price. And our goal is to just have this trust between you and I. Just feel free to send us an email and we'll happily help you. If you like those kinds of videos, stick around because I got more coming up on different neighborhoods of Laval that I'm sure you'll love, because you'll get to know the different neighborhoods of Laval and then pick the one that's best for you. Stick around, they're coming.